Oh my gosh, so here I am making a video. It's been a minute, but I'm rocking a crop top like I'm 30. But I just had an experience that I just have to share. So this morning, I found myself on a thread that Thurston County Scanner had shared. And mind you, I'll just start out by, I am so grateful for them and how they show up and keeping us informed. I pro law enforcement. I'm grateful for our sheriff and all cops. So I just want to preface this with that. So on this post, Thurston County Scanner had shared, that there was somebody that was arrested for burglary, which is against property, versus robbery, which is against the person, I believe. If I'm wrong, correct me. It's totally fine. But all that to say, it didn't sound like it was a crime against a human. And before you spin off the access, I understand when somebody steals from you, it's definitely against you. Okay, I'm getting sidetracked. So, this post talks about this person is arrested for robbery or for burglary. And then she gets a warrant. This is like the, I don't know, second or third, fourth, fifth, sixth, who knows, time that she's been arrested on this warrant. And then she comes back to court and she's released on her own recognizance. So immediately I read it and I'm just like, what the flying monkey trap, right? Who are these judges? Like, I just get spun out. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of the crime. I'm tired of the cops doing their jobs and the court's not upholding, like, I have the reaction that I think everybody that read it had, right? And then, so I think I said something like, you can't make this stuff up. And like, essentially she's an elected official. Like, these judges are elected. I just watched one the other day that, like, they took Thurston County Sheriff on a high-speed chase. And I think her name is Carol Murphy. See, I have an attitude. I can't even say her name. I have an attitude about it. Just let the teens go. 4 teenagers just decided to just try to outrun the cops. And I go to the side of, like, if you try to outrun a cop, then you just get an automatic year in jail. That's you admitting guilt, and you just get a year in jail when you're arrested. You don't even, I know that is probably some sort of authoritarian, so much for innocent and proven guilty, and that shares kind of my mindset about this, right? Like, I'm tired of it. I'm tired of the people outrunning the cops. It puts so many people at danger, and just this total disregard for law and order. With that said, right? So I'm fired up. I go to the judge's election page. I think she's actually will be up for re-election this year. Judge Sharonda, and I don't know how to say her last name. Armelio, maybe? Miho. I just remember when she ran, and, like, my heart was with her. I see how many, like, mutual friends we have. I feel like she's a good human. I remember that. And so immediately, I am like, that's not true, not immediately. A gentleman jumped in on this page, which, by the way, Michael, you were brave as shit to do that. And he jumps in and just kind of says, like, hey, this is kind of messed up. You guys don't know the story. I'm totally paraphrasing. You can tell that he's had run-ins with the law, and he was talking about how he's had all these FTAs. And it reminded me, we don't know her story, right? We know this story that was shared. We know that she was charged, which probably not convicted, is my guess. Anyways, but this gentleman jumps on and just essentially says, like, our system's fucked. Oh, I wasn't going to say the F word. Anyways, our system is messed up. And we don't know her story. We don't know what the story is. And, you know, like, it's no wonder people run, because the system is so messed up or whatever. He just gave excuses, which of course I have resistance again, because I do believe, like, do the crime, do the time. That's my kind of go-to, is like, hey, I also have broken a lot of laws. So I don't know, like, who am I to judge anything? And every person, I can almost guarantee you, on that thread has broken some sort of law, period. Everybody watching this video, I'm guessing, has broken some sort of law, whether it's texting while you drive, speeding, drinking and driving. So it just reminded me, it just kind of checked me back a little bit, right? And so then I sit down and I'm meditating about it, and it's like, I'm gonna reach out to this judge, because I'd love to hear her heart on it. I'd love to hear, like, her thoughts on it. I don't know if she can share it, probably not, but I would love to give her the benefit of the doubt. I don't know if you guys remember, but years ago when Sean Goodman was arrested for his, like, just whatever number of DUI, and the judge released him, the prosecutor, like, released him on work release, and I think it was like his 7th DUI, and he had taken somebody on a wild goose chase through downtown at like 110 miles an hour. Well, I was fired up about it. You can see I tend to get kind of emotional about some stuff. And so I went up and sat at the prosecutor's office till they got somebody to talk to me, because I wanted to understand. And I kind of feel the same about this a little bit, but that I was definitely like, anyways. And the prosecutor explained to me, he sat down with me and he said, hey, here's the story. He has 13 employees. He is a contributing member of society. If, you know, us allowing this is kind of for the betterment of all things. And I just remember being like, yeah, but he's getting away with it because he's a rich white guy. You know, like, if this was somebody who was poor, I'm not even actually going to bring skin color into it. If this was, because he's rich, right? If this was somebody who was broke and had a public defender, he's not on his 7th DUI gonna get released on his own recognizance or work release or whatever. He had a bracelet and got to sleep at home. Like, you're not doing that if this is somebody who's not rich and his attorney doesn't golf with the judge, right? So just to give you guys a backstory. So this is something that I have on my heart. Like, I would like to understand this. Same with Carol probably, I don't know. I have a real attitude about that one. But probably because she was appointed by Jay Inslee. And that's a whole other rabbit hole that we could jump down. So I automatically think that okay, anyways. Not an Inslee fan. Not an establishment fan. All of that to say, you guys will never find a box I fit in. As people watch this, I'm sure they're like, I can't tell if this girl's left, right, what she is. So all of that to say, we're at 8 minutes. I just talk a lot. And then, so that's on my heart. I wanted to send this guy a message. In fact, I think I did. And then, because I felt convicted about it. Like, he's not wrong. He's not wrong. I've been on the other side of a crooked prosecutor, Jennifer Wheeler, and been falsely prosecuted. And I've seen what it looks like when you're standing up against something, this narrative that's being painted about you that's not true. I've been there. I've seen it. I've experienced it. So this road's shut down. The golf club is such a nightmare right now. And so I reached out, I think, to that guy, and I just said, hey, you're not wrong. But we have to find balance, right? Because we can't continue to disobey the law. I mean, that's just what comes up for me. So, so then I feel like, okay, should I reach out? Should I? I mean, is that the thing that, what is happening? You know, it's just so heavy on my heart. So then I go in, because I'm not feeling super good, and I go in today to get an IV. And the receptionist, who I adore, at the end of this whole thing, you know, I'm just kind of like, we're talking about something else and how great the God we serve is. And she said, hey, I know this is super random and weird, but I just wanted to let you know, there's this judge, her name is Sharonda, she said her last name, and she's going to be speaking at our church on April 11th. And it's stuff like that that just blows my mind, right? And so I go to pull up this thread and like my eyes like well up with tears because I'm like, there's 300,000 people in Thurston County, and what are the chances that these events have come down and that this is the person that you share this story about? What are the chances? I mean, it blows my mind, right? And so I go to show her the thread and I pull it up and it's got 333 comments on it. And anybody who's ever knows anything about me knows that 333 is like a God wink to me. And so I don't know what any of it means. I just know that both things are true, right? And we have to find balance. We have to find balance, and that's it. We have to love each other. We have to call bullshit when we see bullshit. You know, it's I don't know. It's not safe for me to turn this video off yet because I'm turning left in college. So, but I just wanted to share it. I just felt so called. You know, anytime I find myself saying, what are the chances? Don't have this road closed off. What are the chances of this road's closed off? No, I'm just kidding. Anytime I find myself saying that, I always look deeper and pull back, because to me, it's just God working. And so I just wanted to share. I hope you guys are out enjoying the sunshine. It's going to be 70 this weekend. It just like snowed 6 inches like a week and a half ago, and it's going to be 70 this weekend. So gotta love spring in Washington. Bye.